Hey guys, it's Fives here once again with Remax's Star Team, and right now we're standing at the site of Gemini Condos, located south of 403, close by the Oakville Go, downtown, as well as our brand new team office right here on Spears. All right guys, so I'm joined here with Irfan from Milmorn. Welcome to the show. How's everything going?
Everything's going great.
So today we're here to talk about the amazing launch just south of 403, Gemini Condos. So Irfan, what are some of the highlights of this project? Something that you would say stands out, makes it different?
So what we're doing here at Gemini is we're building a really special community. We're building 200 suites, primarily made up of 2 bedrooms and larger, really targeting the demographic that the local community needs and is looking for. With Castle Ridge Homes, they really believe in this project. They want to put in their best effort to making this a success and making it something that people are going to be talking about both now and long term.
And I think that's a really great point. You touch base on what the community needs. Maybe let's dive into a little bit about the location. What are the offerings?
Yeah, so Kerr Village, where we're situated, again, south of the 403, it's an up-and-coming neighborhood. When we look at the rental demand here, we see that there's not enough supply, that vacancy rates are pretty low. And the type of clientele that's looking for suites in this neighborhood are looking for space. They're looking for good size units. They're looking for a decent price point, and looking for something that, holds true and holds quality built for that really long-term feel of a very special development.
I think you touch a great point on the type of location and obviously the exclusivity being in South Oakville.
Yeah.
So what are the typical types of purchasers that we see? Is it investor? Is it end user? I know we only have 2-bedroom suites and up.
Yeah, so here, when you're building the building with 2 bedrooms and up, you're really going to get a certain type of tenant or an owner occupant that's going to pay, obviously, a little bit of a premium to be in a development like this. It is a community environment with, again, only 200 suites, very personable. This is where you're going to get to know your neighbor and have that type of low-density vibe. It is a boutique-type feel to the buildings, and we all know that boutiques do well in the long run compared to your skyscraper towers that have a high density and smaller units as well. So tenants, when they're going to be paying rent here, are going to be paying higher rent than they typically would for the 1-bedroom or 1+ dens that you could find as a typical development anywhere in the city, really.
And I would just add to that, I think long-term, having a building with more end users really keeps up the maintenance, keeps up the overall resaleability as well. And then, on the location front, very close to the site, we already have another development with, potentially 10 to 11 buildings that are also going to be launching in the future. So really, you're buying in early, and that's one of the benefits of, I think, investing in a location rather than just a building.
Absolutely. I believe that if someone's, willing to get into the market now is always the best time because, development's going to keep happening. And this is the first development since 2019 that's coming to the Kerr Village. And like you said, there will be development just west of us with 11 towers, commercial component involved in there as well, where again, you can be a part of that, or you can be somewhere a little bit more private and more personable and a little bit tucked away from all the hustle and bustle of being in a master plan community. And that's what we're doing here at Gemini.
So, Irfan, talk to me about pricing, which is always the big question. I know we first-time buyers, we have, whether it's downsizers, folks who are selling their homes and trying to, move into something that they can see themselves in the retirement phase of their life as well. Where are we in terms of pricing?
Okay, yeah. So what we're doing here at Gemini, we really know that the current market will dictate, whether a successful project comes out or if a project kind of falls to the wayside. Here at Gemini, we've come really aggressive with our pricing. We're coming out starting just below the 1,100 per square foot mark. And typically, I think in a very strong bullish market, we should be selling this product around 1,200, 1,250 per square foot. So we're really getting the benefit of what the current market conditions are. And these type of conditions won't last. So it's kind of, really good opportunity for any buyer, whether investor or end user, to capitalize on today's market and the incentives that developers are putting forward.
And on the incentives, we also have an amazing deposit structure that I think is not yet finalized to be negotiated, but I think it's very attractive for condominiums of this scale. I think you did speak on 5% in 30 days, which is typical, and we have 10%.
Yes. So the great thing is, again, with one of the incentives being that we are only collecting 10% prior to occupancy. Occupancy slated for early 2026 completion, which is really great because your overall commitment as far as the down payment stays minimal. At the same time, you're getting top-notch, really, really good, well-built quality as far as the development that we're putting forward here.
And then the developer, Castle Ridge, how is their overall product? If we can speak a little bit on the standard features, what the fit and finish would be, let's say, versus another product that has just sold, on the north side of Oakville. There's plenty of condos coming there as well, along Dundas. How would you fare this product against some of those competitors?
So when we're talking about Castle Ridge, I mean, these guys have been in the business for over 35 years, building low-rise, commercial, condominiums. So we already know what we've come to expect with Castle Ridge. It's quality, and their motto is, if they can see themselves living in it, they'll build it. Right? And this is the type of developer that you want to work with. And when you see some of the layouts that we have, you can really feel that they took the time and effort to make a livable suite, and not just a suite, but a home. When you look at the finishes that we're putting into our development, and for all the suites, our standard packages are very, very comprehensive. They're complete to the point where when you get to occupancy, you're going to be handed over a suite that is done. You won't have to worry about upgrading this or changing that. Castle Ridge really took the time and effort to make sure that you're buying quality, you're getting quality from day one.
That's excellent, and I think that speaks volumes, especially for someone at this price point looking for a big unit. And I think square footage on its own sometimes doesn't really dictate whether or not the unit is livable. It's how you are building it up, which is beautifully said there. And maybe one more, point on the layouts and the designs that we can speak on. I know that on the ground floor we have some live-in work units, which is something that is definitely unique, and you don't see that quite often.
Yeah, so absolutely. We will have in both towers, in the North Tower and in the South Tower, we will have ground floor live-work suites. We call them the lofts, where you will have 20-foot ceilings split by a mezzanine that will give you an additional bedroom and kind of give you that option to, have a small home business or an office set up and still have a place to live as well. So having the combined use of both is very interesting. When you compare it to a typical ground floor of any development, they're trying to put, condo towns or something in that regards where it's a lot more square footage and sometimes the price gets a little bit too heavy. This is a combination where you get a decent price point for a home office and a residence in one. So we're really looking forward to see the response from those as well. Again, when it comes to the floor plans, we do say 2 bedrooms and up, but we have a 2-bedroom for everything. And we have unit sizes starting from the 600s, going all the way to the thousands. And then the penthouse collection, which is not going to be released right now, is really something spectacular, holds true to the true meaning of what living in Oakville is. So I can't wait to release those.
Hopefully we can get our ads on a couple of those. I know we've been inquiring. I think some of the penthouses, in fact, come with 20-foot or almost.
They're 2 stories.
They're 2 stories.
So you have the second floor and combined with a massive terrace.
Awesome. Thank you for having us, Irfan.
Yeah, thank you for coming down.
Appreciate it.